Hello, fellow flamenco enthusiasts, and welcome to Everything Flamenco. I'm your host, La Hugo, and this is the ninth installment of Flamenco Bits. So, flamenco enthusiasts, today you will probably hear a few birds singing on this recording because it is a beautiful day in Cape Town. And it's very fitting because we're going to speak about an amazing flamenco singer called Carmen Linares today. So Carmen was born Carmen Pacheco Rodriguez on the 25th of February 1951 in Linares, Jaén, Spain, and she is one of the most celebrated figures in the world of flamenco music. I mean, this woman's rap sheet, if you can call it that, is so long. I found it fascinating to research her. So she's one of the most celebrated figures in the flamenco music world. So she's got such a powerful and emotive voice, and she's really made an indelible mark on the genre. She's earned so many accolades. I'll list a few of them later. And she's just admired from all over the world by audiences and critics alike. As many of these flamenco greats that we've spoken about, she was introduced to flamenco at a very early age, as her father was an amateur guitarist named Antonio Pacheco, and he also really supported her dreams to become a flamenco singer. So in 1965, when she was only 14 years old, she settled in Madrid, where she was taught by some of the most amazing people, Juan Barea, El Gallina, Pepe, El de la Matrona, and La Perla de Cádiz, amongst others. She stated later years that in general there were very few female flamenco singers of her age at the time, and it was quite sad that a lot of women fell by the wayside because they didn't have enough support to pursue their careers. And luckily that has changed with time passing, where now if young flamenco singers get pushback from families, they just stand up for themselves. But obviously at that time, it wasn't as easy, it was difficult. So Carmen made a recording debut in 1970, and during her lifetime of singing, she's collaborated with so many great artists, and she did mostly collaborations for a decade before she started going solo. And some of the great artists that she sang with was Camarón de la Isla, which is like one of the most prolific flamenco singers in the history of flamenco, as well as Enrique Morente, the Habituela brothers, La Perla, and El Guito. And in the 1980s, although she was already successful at the time, her career took a significant leap, where she had a list of successful albums. For example, the 1988 album La Luna en el Rio was a critical and commercial success, and it just showed her ability to blend traditional flamenco with contemporary elements, which was also very groundbreaking at the time. And she really is dedicated to preserve the authenticity of flamenco while pushing its boundaries, and that has been a hallmark of her career. She really has a deep respect for the roots and traditions of flamenco and where it comes from, but she's also not afraid to experiment and push the boundaries and incorporate new influences, and that has really made her the trailblazer for many artists to come in the coming years. And we're just going to talk a bit quickly about awards. There's so many, but one of the most wonderful things that she did is in 1996, she released an album called Antología, and in brackets it says La Mujer en el Cante, so the woman of song, if I translate it correctly, which was very important for her, because this was an anthology, a flamenco anthology that was done by Carmen herself. So she was the first woman to do a flamenco anthology, and it was also the first anthology that was dedicated to songs that were created by women. So it's so amazing to end this Women's Month flamenco bits part with someone that's really spent so much of their time in life celebrating the women of flamenco. So the anthology included a bulería that was apparently done by the great Cameron's mother, but that was never recorded. And in the same year, 1996, she was awarded the National Music Prize, which is one of Spain's highest honors in the arts. And she's also been recognized with a gold medal for fine arts and was appointed an honorary member of the Royal Academy of Fine Arts of San Fernando. And in 2022, she was the recipient of the Princess of Asturias Award for the Arts. So many accolades. There's even more. I didn't even list them all, but yeah. She's just such an amazing artist, and what I really love about her is that she not only worked on her own career, but she really spends a lot of time and energy on further educating others and, to preserve the culture of flamenco. She's been involved in numerous educational initiatives. She teaches flamenco singing, and she just loves sharing her knowledge with new generations of artists. And I think that's so wonderful, because that really helps to preserve the art of flamenco. Is your stalwarts of flamenco, the people that really bring all that history and knowledge, and that they teach the newer generations so that it can live on and thrive. And her efforts really have made such a huge impact in preserving the rich tradition of flamenco. Yeah, so Carmen Linares' influence extends beyond the world of flamenco. She's collaborated with artists from various musical genres. For example, she was the first flamenco singer to perform with the New York Philharmonic Orchestra. How amazing is that? In addition to her musical achievements, Linares is also known for her contributions to theatre and film. She's appeared in several productions, bringing her powerful presence and emotive voice to stage and screen. And I can just go on and on and on and on about how amazing this woman is, but this is supposed to be a flamenco bit, so I think I'll just stop right here. So I've become so inspired just by researching Carmen a little bit. She is such a towering figure in flamenco music, and it's just amazing the fact that she shares her knowledge, and she's so open about just growing and preserving the art that's flamenco. And I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode as much as I enjoyed researching and creating it, and that you also enjoyed this month of female flamenco artists, of which we will hopefully have a lot more in the future. And I will see you in the next episode. Ole!